One time I was at one of your training sessions that you did at Our Lady of Lawrence when you were training girls. My question to you is it harder to train younger kids than it is to train older kids and adults?
No, not to me. Want me to tell you why?
Yeah.
It's easy to train kids, younger kids, because they have no bad habits. The hardest people to train is the kids who got bad habits, because now you got to fix the bad habit to correct the good habit. See, a kid that's not good, young kids that don't know how to play, they don't know how to play. So it's kind of like Bambi, you know what I mean? So what happens is you can pretty much give them a foundation because they got no bad habits, and just Lego on their foundation. You know what I mean? Once you give a kid a foundation, getting them better is easy.
What do you teach? What skills do you like to teach first? Do you teach from inside out, outside in, or what do you like to teach first?
As far as, I didn't understand that question.
All right. When you teach a kid, say you have a kid, fifth grader, never played before.
Right.
What's the first 3 things you want to teach him?
The first thing I like to teach him is give him some ball control. And then once he gets the ball control, because you can't ask a kid to do moves if you don't have no ball control. So you got to give him the ball control, and then now you teach him how to shoot. Once you get the ball control, then you teach him how to shoot, and then you put it together, and then you just flip flop. You do a little ball handle, a little shooting, a little ball handle, a little shooting, and then the key to training is you want to tell that kid why it works and why it doesn't work. Because at some point, that kid is going to leave you, and he's got to be able to know why he's missing, why he's getting ripped. Because what happens is the more you know, the less mistakes you're going to make. I believe a lot of trainers aren't teaching the kids; they're just putting them through drills.
Right.
And then what happens is you could put a kid through a drill and not show a kid the purpose of that drill.
Right.
At the end of the day, you could do drills. Drills is just to enhance. Drill has nothing to do with learning.
Right.
It's 2 different worlds. Drills are to enhance. Not once you get a drill, that doesn't mean you know how to play. Because at the end of the day, I see a lot of kids that do drills great, but have no IQ. You gotta have an understanding of the game. That's why it's important to watch film. And then once you teach a kid how to play, get the drills, then you gotta put him in a game situation. Then once you put him in a game situation, you gotta correct the kid as you cannot let the kid do it wrong.
So, after all the training you've done and all the stuff you've been doing since you was 28, who's the best player you ever trained out the tri-state area?
Man, that's tough.
That's my guy.
That's a long time. That's tough, man. There's a lot of guys.
All right, so say from this generation, who the best player right now in the tri-state area that you train?
Steve.
God. Wow. Boy,
Yeah.
from how long? Because
From in high school right now.
right now, I would have to say there's 2 of them. And I only trained them once. They don't train with me. So I trained them once. One came into town and I trained them once. Jonathan Kaminga. And you know who's very, very good? And he never worked out in his life. Terrence Clark.
Never worked out.
Nah, that's what he told me. He never worked out.
Wait, so you don't go to
He's very,
you don't work, so you're naturally,
naturally good. And he's very good.
So I know Terrence like you saying like you never work out in the gym,
Yeah,
you
he
never
said
work out.
that's what he told me. I'm just quoting what he told me.
So as a player like Kaminga, you think he should go to college or straight to the, overseas?
I think he should go straight to the NBA. he's going to be a 2021 kid, and they say, you know, there's some talks that they say that the rules coming back when you go straight out of high school. If I was a kid like him, I would go straight out of high school because he's ready, he's strong.
Yeah, he's already.
He could put it on the deck. He's very fundamentally sound.
Yeah.
And you know, shout out to the guy who works with him. The guy, Pat. He's been with me for 16 years. Pat Quinn is responsible for
That's
that.
the big white guy?
No, he's small.
Oh.
He's probably a little taller than me, but he's not big. But Pat did a hell of a job with Jonathan Kaminga. Like a hell of a job.
Let me ask you a question. Have you, or still wants to ask a question also, but have you, how do you feel about, do you know any other good trainers in the area? Or you don't want to speak in that really?
Yeah. With me, it's not me. All right. With trainers with me is, I like all the trainers.
Right.
Like, I don't have nothing bad to say about not one trainer in New York. You know what I mean? I like them all because at the end of the day, you can't, two things I tell young trainers, especially the young guys that'll ask me, two things you gotta understand is, trainers are not the stars. The players are the stars. We are in the service business. So at the end of the day, you can't walk around like, okay, if you got somebody better, great. But at the end of the day, we're not stars. We're just people that help people maximize their potential. I like all the trainers. I don't have anything bad to say about none of the trainers. And because, you know, at the end of the day, I tell people like this. When I was younger, you know, and I'm mature now. When I was younger, I used to get upset and be like, why are you training with him? Why are you training with that one? Da 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 da. This, that, and the third. And at the end of the day, I said, you know what? You need to shut your mouth. You know what I mean? I checked myself one day. I said, you need to shut your mouth because what if somebody came to you right now and said, Jerry, I got 100 players for you to work out with. What are you going to do? What you going to do right now? I got 100 players for you right now. They got to work out right now. You can't. The point that I was trying to make to myself is you can't train everybody. Everybody's not going to. You can't. You can't train everybody.
Everybody not gonna go under your.
Right.
Have you had anybody that you couldn't get better?
No. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You couldn't reach them, like.
No, I got every person that came in contact with me. I got them better because, like I said in the beginning, I'm not gonna ever deviate from that. Is God gave me a gift. I believe that I'm gifted at it, and the reason why I said it is because it's impossible for man to do something over and over and get the same results.
So,
That's not man.
So what's the best middle school player and one guy that you train?
He said a kid earlier.
Oh.
The little guy I used to play with New Heights.
Nigel.
Yeah.
Nigel.
Nigel's up there.
Besides him?
No, you got Nigel.
And you.
You got Preston. You got a lot of good middle school kids on Long Island. They just got a kid named Dwayne Pierce, legit 8th grader, about 6'3". He's pretty good. You got a lot of guys. Not, you know.
Do you think the reclassifying thing with AAU got out of control?
No question. Because my thing is, what I don't understand from a development standpoint is, if you're 16 and you're in the 8th grade, how are you getting better playing against kids younger than you? And I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand because every parent I meet, they want their kid to play up. Just 15 years ago, I used to hear, no, my kid ain't playing his age, he's got to play up. Now, it's shifted. It's almost like everyone's playing down, and everyone's endorsing that. And then you got parents and people reclassifying the kid, just doing it to be trendy, not doing it because watch this. If you reclassify a kid, right, and the kid has the same approach, what'd you do it for?
Nothing.
What'd you do it for? Because if your goal is to get reclassified, right? Everyone wants to reclassify, and you're not top 100. You're not. I'm talking about top 100 in the country, not top 100 in Jersey, New York. What'd you do it for? Because the mentality has to change.
Do you think social media is making like can get better because like
You said you think that social media
How did-
has an impact
how
on
did-
kids
Yeah.
getting better and like promoting themselves.
Yeah, it's cool, but at some point you're gonna have to be who you are. You can hide behind that camera and all them Instagram likes all you want. At some point, you're gonna meet your match. You're gonna meet.
I feel like highlights don't do nothing.
But highlights, you gotta remember when you're watching highlights, every shot goes in.
Watch
And
your
then not only
best
that, I never seen highlights where a kid is playing defense, where a kid is, blocking a shot. Or it's very rare that. I mean, but I'm not here to, to knock the game. You guys is.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah,
How do you feel about rankings?
I like rankings because there's only one that matters, and
ESPN,
that's it.
they have all these other websites.
And
ranking,
that doesn't mean anything. ESPN is the one that's like the ranking Bible.
So earlier you mentioned that you dealt with a lot of professional players, namely Jermaine O'Neal, who you lived with at one point in time. When he transferred over to and transitioned to playing in the Big Three, did you have any hand in training him to get back in shape to play in that league, or did you let him be?
No, he didn't. I didn't even know he was doing it until the day before he called me and wanted me to come and watch him play when they first did it.
And what do you think about that league? And did any of those players ever come to you to help get them back in shape?
None of those players came. But I got to see a couple players that, like Mike James and Lee Nailon, worked out with me.
yeah.
He worked out. He lived with me for a summer.
Is he from the area?
Nah, Lee Nailon's from New
That's my
Orleans.
guy
Oh,
too.
okay.
Cool
I like
guy.
Lee Nailon, yeah. He played for the
guy.
Knicks too.
A real cool guy. Lee Nailon. I had Glenn Robinson III stay with me a couple times. I had some pros stay with me. But yeah.
So, did you rather have them stay or the sneakers stay?
I love my sneakers. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. That's all I do.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not like, I'm not gonna hurt nobody over no sneakers or nothing like that.
Right.
I'm not waiting outside either.
I was gonna say, have you ever stood in line for
No, I'm
them?
not doing that.
Have you ever paid a crazy price for a pair of sneakers?
Yeah, I just showed him.
What's the most ever spent on a pair of sneakers? Be honest, come on, we want to know.
You get me in trouble right now.
No, we won't tell. We won't tell IRS.
I paid about $1,200, $1,500.
Okay. Wow. What kind of sneakers were those?
Those were the sneakers I just showed him.
What kind of sneakers I believe?
Jordan 4s.
Jordan 4s? Oh, okay. Wow.
Jordan was that much.
No, they got these ones are different. They're
Did Jordan wear them?
it's different.
You got Jordan sweat?
Huh?
You ever met Jordan?
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was cool. You know how you meet it was cool. It was cool.
But y'all around the same age, right?
Nah, Mike's older than me.
He's on. Okay.
Mike's way older than me.
Something.
Yeah, that's why they say sometimes you don't want to meet the person that you probably looked up to
Yeah.
because you may not like him.
Yeah. When you were playing, right? Were you more of a defensive player or offensive player? And what were your weaknesses and your strengths? And how did that make you as a trainer?
My strengths were my best part of my game, me personally, passing. I could see the floor very well. I didn't hold the ball. If someone was open, I wasn't a kid that just to push it. I like to get off it. You know what I mean? Because I was quick. I can if I had a weakness, I lacked a little bit of athleticism. You know what I mean? I had athleticism. It's just that at the time, I didn't do the right thing as far as stretching. You know what I mean? I didn't take stretching serious.
How important is stretching?
Stretching is so serious because what happens is you got guys who got tight hips, who can't get low, and a lot of kids don't
Block
stretch.
chips.
You know what I mean? And what happens is, if you don't stretch, what people don't realize is, stretching prevents injury. If you stretch and you drink a lot of water, I didn't drink a lot of water. I didn't really like water, so you know, stretching was one of my biggest problems.
Hydration and stretching is the key
It's
to
the key. You got to stretch.
Staying healthy.
Yes, and eating the right foods too.
So a lot of these players you see in the NBA, they're getting hurt now. The young ones, is that from lack of stretching, lack of hydration, or lack of motor development or muscle development? Or
Yeah, I think a lot of guys, especially the younger guys in the NBA. I'm sorry, the younger guys in the NBA, they're so excited to be there because the NBA is such a
fast mover.
it's incredible. You know what I mean? The money those kids got and the lifestyle they got. You got kids that can buy anything they want, and they can get trainers. They get most NBA guys that I work with, they eat right. They got a chef, and the chef eats. They eat the right food. They do the shakes. They do the treatment. So most of the guys, I can't say they take care of their body because they know their body is their money. So they definitely, most of the guys definitely take care of their body. You know what I mean? And everybody works out in the summer and stuff like that. It's most of the guys I know definitely do the right thing.
So what advice would you give these young guys to be successful in their future playing high school and college ball?
Is the one thing you want to do is always stay in the gym. The more you stay in the gym, you know what I mean? And don't just stay in the gym and say, I was in the gym for 6 hours.
You gotta be in the gym doing it right.
Right.
Because a lot of people I know, they go to the gym,
Yeah.
they just pick up games, but they're not really working on the game. They be like, I was in the gym. But what were you doing in the gym?
Right. So
Look
what
for the right tools for you, like
Exactly.
the future. If you wanna-
Right. I think I believe in the one thing I definitely believe in. I believe like both of these guys here. I'm a very strong believer in encouraging. I believe if he wants to be in the NBA, and if he wants to be in the NBA, he can do it. But it's how you get there. People can get there with hard work. I don't know anybody that didn't get what they deserved. They put the work in. I never heard of nobody saying, man, I put the work in, I didn't get what I deserved. That's not true. I believe if you put the work in and surround yourself with the right people, you know what I mean? And everything else will work out. Everything else will work out. And take your body and stay out of trouble. And more importantly, do your stuff in the classroom. Get your stuff, your work done. Because a lot of kids say they love basketball. I think a lot of kids like basketball. Because when you love something, it'll love you back. You know what I mean? When you like something, that's sporadic, that's temporarily. But when you love something, it'll love you back. Because what people don't realize is, I was one of the first guys to train in New York. I started a business for everyone. So it's not like you can't say, oh, I don't like Jerry, because you're doing what I'm doing. Everyone that is training in New York, at one point or another, came through me or worked out with me or doing it because they seen Jerry do it and they said, you know what, and Jerry can do it, I can do it. And the one thing I didn't like is that, they were knocking me for that. Like you had city guys saying, why are you going all the way? I've heard them tell customers that work for me in the city, why are you going all the way out there to Long Island?
Yeah.
I could do what he do, and they don't even know me. And meanwhile, and just say, you know what? Look at it, Jerry. Pay homage. Hey, Jerry provided us a job. You know what I mean? I'm making my money. Don't kill me, because what I learned about when you hate on somebody, you only blocking your blessing what God has for you.
That's true.
So I can't hate on anybody because I want what God has for me. You can't bless me like God can. So you know what I mean. And I know that this is my gift because in the Bible it says your gift will make room for you. And being a gifted trainer made room for me. Because look at me, I ain't had no business working out with LeBron James and this one and that one, getting floor all over the place. You know what I mean? I've been in LA, you know what I mean? I had a great career and I'm still doing it. And all I want to be, if someone comes to me and say, hey Jerry, could you show me how it was done? I'll help them, because why not? It's not killing me. You know what I mean? I got a staff. I got a whole I got a bunch of guys that work with me. You know what I mean? I'm not egotistic like that. You know what I mean? And I'm not to the point where Rod called me and said you guys wanted me to come here. I said, done. You know what I mean? I don't think
You've always been very approachable.
I'm not like that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day you stop being humble is the day you stop improving. So I don't want to stop improving. So, you know, that's just it. And I don't have an ego to the point where you can't tell me nothing. You know, because nobody can tell you something. How you gonna grow? You can't grow like that.
We're gonna have everybody ask you one more question. We're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
Alexis, go first.
What did you do in particular to become a well-known trainer when you trained NBA players?
Got them better. See, the key is not soliciting. The key is I get my business. If I take you and get you better to the point where it's significantly better, everyone's like, Lexi, look how good Lexi got. What happened? What happened to her? And Lexi's mom says, I take her to Jerry Powell. What you think gonna happen? Parents are competitive. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, Lexi was not better than my daughter last summer. I don't believe it. That's how you can't, the days of me soliciting, hey, I'm Jerry Powell, could you work out with me? I'm Jerry Powell. When I first started, you know how hard it was to get kids? I had to prove myself. I had to do a bunch of free workouts just to solidify myself. And that's what people don't realize. So you can't solicit people. I see guys go up to people while they're watching their kids play. Here's a card, here's a card. They want to watch their kid play. So, I mean, that's how I get my business.
Malik?
What's the message you have for the kids growing up in this society that want to be successful?
That want to be successful? The kids nowadays that want to be successful? The kids that want to be successful today have to start having some accountability. There is no accountability. Kids are doing what they want to do. There's no accountability. You know what I mean? And then a lot of kids, especially us, and you know what I mean by us, I've never seen this generation of kids. A lot of these kids are very disrespectful to their parents and to older generations, and that never used to be us. Never. There was somebody that, when I was coming up, if somebody that knew my mom's told me, hey, man, you shouldn't be out here this time of night. Get inside. You didn't talk back to them. You did what they told you to do. Because if you didn't, they'd tell your mother. I think the discipline is gone. That's what I think. But for them to be successful, I'm going to tell you what's going to, and I'm going to leave you with this. The day you stop respecting your parents, you're done. The minute you stop respecting your parents, you're done. You won't have no luck. You start disrespecting your parents, anything you try, you won't have no luck. Your luck will be mud. You cannot disrespect, I don't care how old they get, because think about this. You're not going to let somebody in the street disrespect your parents, are you?
No.
All right then. So why would you do it? Why would you do something that you're not going to let nobody else in the street do? That's another thing, and I think a lot of kids get too much, too fast. You know what I mean? They don't get it. They get it because your parents give you stuff because they didn't have it, so they want to spoil it. I think when you spoil a kid, you kill their drive and their motivation.
You think, I'm gonna ask you the last question. Do you think like the devices, you think it's a distraction to these kids, like on the court, off the court, like in their surroundings, like wherever they at?
No, I mean, not really. I mean, yeah and no, because this is the time. This is you guys' time. This is your era. You know, I'm from the era where you could put a dime in the telephone, and call somebody and stay on there for 3 minutes. You know what I mean? I mean, you guys, your era, you deserve it. You know what I mean? You deserve what you guys get. You know.
So what's your favorite basketball team? Like me?
I don't have a favorite team.
You don't.
No, I have a favorite player. You know what I mean?
Who is that?
Who's that?
Today's game, my favorite player.
Who's your favorite rookie, actually?
My rookie, I like I like the kid
Clark.
I like right now because I'm an underdog guy. I like Kendrick Nunn. Yeah, I like him.
Miami Heat.
Yeah, I like him, and I like my favorite player is Drew Holiday. I think Drew's a monster.
Consistent.
So with that right there, we're gonna finish off. Jerry Powell, thanks for coming out and hang out with us. You know, Kids Talk TV, man, you're a pleasure. You're a breath of fresh air. We really appreciate you, man. Yeah, you really, the kids looking forward to speaking to you today. I was looking forward to seeing you. And I got one last question for you real quick.
Okay.
What do you do with a kid that can't afford the train?
I mean, it depends because I get a lot of that. A parent will come in and say, "I'm a single mom."
No, not a kid with a pair of Jordans.
And
A
they
real
come in with a
kid
pair
that
of
really
Jordans.
can't.
No, a kid that's not good. That's not good. I would definitely do it. I would definitely do it.
All right. So, like I said, everybody say goodbye. Thank you to Jerry Powell for coming out.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate
Everybody
it.
say thank you.